What you doing on that?
Okay, we're rolling?
No.
Alright. My name is War Machine MJ. I'm a certified shade wearer and a bona fide badass. And you can't teach that. This right here is Rodimus Prime. He's just Prime. You still can't teach that.
No.
That right there is mainstream Malcolm. He's dumb as hell, but you can't teach that.
Fuck you, MJ.
And back there on the camera is Pockets. He's smart as hell, and, well, you can teach that. Bada boom! WonderShop guys in the room. How you doing? That's how you do it.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Thank you. I came up with it on the spot yesterday at work.
Yeah. Last time I did it, I fumbled my words. It just left my brain.
I don't know. What you think of the dumb as hell part, Malcolm?
That's just me, man.
Well, in the vid they said Carmella hot as hell, so I had to say dumb as hell.
Oh right.
Nothing against you. It's just it felt right.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I'm not hot.
You're not Carmella either.
I know.
Well, you're there, so that's all
I do not find her aesthetically pleasing.
Do you even know what she looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
I don't find any of the divas aesthetically pleasing.
They're not divas anymore.
They're women.
They're women.
I don't care.
Like they should have been years
Fuck 'em,
ago.
and fuck you.
If you like that sort of shit.
Enough of
You
all.
know I do.
Well, enough of all the small talk.
You're my fag, though.
He's your fag though?
He's my fag.
Okay.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
Fags.
Fags for life. Fags for life.
Fag life.
But anyway, enough of all the small talk.
Hey, you.
Oh, you were gonna say something?
Oh, we both said anyway at the same time.
Oh.
Anyway.
Damn it! Get out of my head.
We're the WonderShop guys. You know, War Machine MJ, Rodimus Prime, mainstream, and Pockets.
Yeah. And this is paper review of WWE's Wrestlemania 32, which was held in Dallas, Texas.
Actually, this is going to be
All my legs.
the WrestleMania weekend review.
Yeah.
What you doing?
NXT Takeover as well in Dallas. So we're going to start with the good-looking but not so beautiful.
Well, we're going to start with the ugly in this situation.
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say ugly.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best show of the weekend.
Oh, I got a question.
Yes.
Go.
I didn't know we were in school again.
Excuse me.
Fuck you. Okay. Look, my question is, how did the live event for Lucha go?
I haven't heard anything about it.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was good though. I think they had a very good crowd. But
Either it was a live event or they were taping, so
Yeah.
who knows.
So.
Wow. All right.
We would have loved to know,
Yeah, definitely.
because Lucha is our shit.
Exactly. That's why he doesn't care about the women in WWE. He loves the women in Lucha. Am I
loves
right?
What do they call it? Luchadores?
Yeah.
The lady wrestlers? Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves them luchadores, and we're fans too.
Yeah.
How you doing, you know?
How you
Yeah.
doing?
But anyway, we're going to start with the pre-show. They had a drawn-out pre-show that was pretty much not cared for.
Except for one part.
One part.
One part, where officially the Divas division is now rebranded as the Women's division.
They're actually classifying their women as women. Women wrestlers.
With a nice, beautiful belt.
It's a fucking miracle.
I actually like that belt.
It's very nice.
Kudos to WWE. I like that belt.
Kudos to WWE, and I just want to say, fucking called it.
Yes, we did.
No, I called it. I said the way it should look.
Yeah. Well, I saw it too.
Yeah.
So it wasn't confirmed until the night of. So.
Well, no, like when we were talking about it on the podcast, I said, you know, a title that looks like the World Championship, and they delivered.
Yeah,
So,
they definitely delivered.
it's great.
But anyway, like I said, we're going to start off with the pre-show and start off with the main card. And I'm not talking about the big show.
Oh.
But anyway.
He's having fun!
Way too much fun.
Way too much fun. But anyway, the first match on the pre-show was for the United States Championship. It was Kalisto representing the Lucha Dragons taking on the fake imitation of Goldberg, a.k.a. Ryback. Well, yeah, what he said.
Cryback.
Yeah.
Or
Go back.
Or Cryberg.
Yeah, whatever. All of the above.
Or like held back.
Help.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Ouch.
But anyway, this match started. It pretty much kicked off the pre-show, and from the looks of it, it looked like nobody was in the building, but people were filing in as the gates opened, and there were some people that watched the match. And I went back to watch the pre-show, and this match was, it was sort of boring. But Ryback was definitely hungry, as he always is. I've never seen anybody that doesn't really have an appetite.
I wonder, has he ever tried eating a Snickers? Has he?
I don't know. He might turn into Lana.
Well, he wouldn't be a Goldberg ripoff anymore.
I don't know how that would work, but
One for the better.
Yeah. But anyway, this match was, as I said, Kalisto retained the United States Championship with the Salida del Sol. 9 minutes, 1 second. This match gets a 3.
It's all 3 for a bland match.
Yeah. Alright, the next match is the 10 Diva Tag Team match. It was Team Total Divas taking on Team Bad and Blonde. Now,
ladies and gentlemen, you might want to have cleaned out your fan for this because poop hits a fan.
Well, I actually like that name, Team Bad and Blonde, even though I wasn't interested in this match.
Oh, I was talking about the match. I couldn't care less.
Oh, well, I agree with you. I could have cared less about this match. Team Total Diva, you had Brie Mode and Brie Bella, Paige, Natalya, Alicia Fox, and
Little Miss Why Bother?
the leader of the Red Evolution, Eva Marie.
Why bother?
And Team Bad and Blonde, you had Lana, Emma, Naomi, Tamina, and Summer Rae. Again, we could have cared about this match. The two behind the scenes, behind the camera, they could have cared about the match less. This match was...
You should have said less for us because we didn't care.
Yeah, well, as I was watching the pre-show going back, overall, we could have cared less about the match. But anyway...
Actually, we didn't care about the pre-show at all. We were just playing Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, that's what we were doing. Because they had like a long, drawn-out pre-show, and in the end, to get back to this match...
And in the end, it didn't even matter.
Yeah, basically.
We had to fall to lose it all.
Yeah. It was one fall, and everyone lost.
Yeah. And so Lana, she got in, did her little kick, taunting Brie Mode early in the match, and but in the end, Brie Mode tapped out the girl with the kindergarten shoes, Naomi, by submission. This match lasted 11 minutes 25 seconds. It gets a 2.5.
And the kicker to this match is it was Brie's last match in WWE. So
yeah,
she's gone. Didn't say a word. She just off.
Well, I read an article where she said she's just putting her career on hold.
She must play the fuck-off game with Vince and lost something bad.
She's putting it on hold now.
Well, to be with her husband because of his health problems.
Right.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said she's not retired. She's just putting her career on hold.
I thought she was retired. My bad.
So, but in the end, her sister, Nikki Bella, came out with the neck brace. They all celebrated. Had Brie on their shoulders, but we still could have cared less about this match.
I mean,
it was a nice way, not to cut you off, but it was a nice way to go out. Hey.
I could only look at the positives on this one. We got to see Emma on the main roster.
Yes.
And we got to see my girl Paige.
Yes.
So that's all the positives I could take away from this.
A little bit of Lana, but I was very disappointed.
I can't say anything about Lana until we see her in a singles match. So
yeah,
I won't say anything.
But anyway, enough about this hot garbage. What you say?
I'll say something.
What you say?
What you say?
Something cool.
You're cool?
Oh.
Something cool.
Something cool?
Yeah.
Oh,
what were you going to say?
What's something cool?
My dick.
All right. Moving on to the next match.
Next match was a tables match. Wait, was it?
It was a tag team match. The next match on Raw was a tag team match. It was a rematch.
It was a tag team match between the Duds and the Usos.
Yeah, and the
Duds and the Spuds, because that's their personality in the ring. A potato patch.
Potato.
But speaking of the Dudley boys, that's who we're referring to, and the Usos.
The Duds and the Spuds.
Yeah.
The Duds and the Usos.
Yeah. I saw the first look of their DVD, which came out this week. Looks like a pretty good DVD.
You bought a used hose DVD?
No.
No, he bought a dud DVD.
I didn't buy that either because it ain't worth my money.
Was it one of those things where you go to Redbox to get a game or something and somebody cut out a piece of paper and put it over there?
No.
No?
You said you wasted $2, dick.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this match was boring. Boring. We kept hearing enough of Bubba Ray yelling just like your dad, referring to their dad Rikishi.
I had to mute the TV.
This guy put the mute on TV. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Put the mute on TV. Sounds like you got the TV in a sleeper hold or something.
Change the channel.
It was in a sleeper hold, all right, and it didn't.
Too much volume. Not high definition.
But anyway,
this woman is ugly.
Yeah, this pre-show was ugly. But there's just to sum up this match, the Usos won. The Dudley boys, they attacked them after the match, got some tables, but
they got his toes put them through the table.
They got a dose of their own medicine thanks to the Usos. And this match lasted 5 minutes, 18 seconds to get to 2.
Yeah, it's 2.
So that was pretty much the pre-show, something that we did not care about. Now let's talk about something.
And of course the pre-show ends off with the rebranding of the women's division.
Yes. Like we said at the beginning of the show, very nice belt. We are glad that the era of Divas is finally gone and that WWE actually wants to put their women in a positive light.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying that they didn't, they just didn't care back then.
All right.
But anyway, let's move forward to the main card. It was WrestleMania 32. The first match that kicked off the show was the 7-man ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Now, as I said before, it should have been Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. But this match did not disappoint, just like last year.
I have another question.
Yes.
Whatever came of like the ending of this, did they were just like, oh, he won, yay?
What, the IC title?
Yeah, whatever came of the IC title.
Okay.
What's happened in the past 2 weeks? Because I've missed Raw both weeks.
Quick spoiler: Zack Ryder won. Big upset for us.
Yes. We did not expect it. His dad got in the ring, celebrated.
Yeah. Monday night, there was a match, an IC title match between Zack Ryder and this guy's favorite superstar in the world of all time, The Miz. Awesome! He's asleep. Where The Miz won the title only because The Miz's sexy French wife came in and distracted
I will
Zack Ryder.
give The Miz credit to that. Kudos to The Miz.
Kudos. And then they had a rematch on SmackDown, and Zack Ryder still lost.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be a Payback, Miz versus Cesaro.
Yes.
Since Cesaro won the one contendership this past Monday night.
Give Cesaro the push he deserves. Get him a title.
Yes. He deserves one.
No. Give him the world title.
Give him any belt. Put it on him because he deserves it.
He's not the champion we need. He's the champion we deserve. Yeah.
Thank you. But anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. But
we're in the IC title match.
Yeah. One thing I do want to say, Wednesday, Michael Cole interviewed Zack Ryder. He talked about something that he pretty much didn't tell anybody before. He had cancer when he was in high school.
Wow.
He said he had a tumor in his foot, spread it to his lungs, and thank God he's cured or whatever. He said he's always wanted to be a wrestler, and he said that one day he wants to be WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Wow.
Who is this, Zack Ryder?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't either, but it's a possibility. I think the crowd will lose its shit if he ever becomes champion. So,
yeah.
He's listen, Zack Ryder, like we said, had the upset. He's been through hell and back in the WWE. He said, of course, everyone has their downs, their ups. He's definitely had them.
Yep.
So he deserved it. So I was gonna give this match a 3.5, but I'm giving it a 4.
Like we said, one of the biggest upsets of the night.
Oh, and KO, he got killed thanks to Sami Zayn. Not literally, but
at the end of the match, he laid on top of a ladder. He got put through for like a good 5 minutes.
Yeah. Again, like we said, not literally, but when Sami Zayn flipped him on that ladder.
He literally got murdered by Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
The crowd went ballistic.
Yeah, but this match lasted 15 minutes, 23 seconds. Like I said, it gets a 4.
And before we move on, I just want to say, Sami Zayn had a hell of a debut at WrestleMania.
He did. He and AJ Styles.
Definitely.
Who we're going to talk about next, because that was The next match on the card, AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho Part 4.
The finale.
Now, AJ Styles said one goal he has in WWE to be a part of WrestleMania. This was also his debut. Chris Jericho, we all already know he's had WrestleMania moments. Classic matches with the likes of Shawn Michaels, Triple H, etc. Edge. But anyway, these two, I mean, what more can you say? A perfect combination of two great high-flying individuals at the peak of their game. So,
and besides that, I mean, to AJ's credit, he now has a new accomplishment.
Yeah.
He is main evented and headlined, well, not so much main evented, but he's headlined both WrestleMania and Wrestle Kingdom in the same year.
Yes. January, he took on Shinsuke Nakamura, I think, for the Intercontinental title. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Shinsuke won that match. They said that was an awesome match. Went nearly 30 minutes. And then in the same year, debuts at the Royal Rumble, first ever WrestleMania. AJ Styles is still at the peak of his game. He's still in his prime.
He's still phenomenal.
He's still phenomenal. So TNA's lost, WWE's gained, New Japan's gained. Hey, so
how you doing?
Yeah, but I read an interview where he said he didn't shed a tear when he left TNA.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't have either. But anyway, this match was just back and forth, as we said with the previous 3 matches. But in the end,
Jericho won with a code breaker. Right as Styles was going for the phenomenal forearm.
Yeah.
Jericho plucked him out of the air. Code breaker.
So
fantastic.
I don't know why they let Jericho win, but it still was a good match.
Hey, I don't care.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this match a 3. This match lasted 17 minutes 10 seconds. I'm gonna give it a 3.
I thought you would have given it a 3.5 or at least 4.
Yeah, I did think about 3.5, but I'm giving it a 3.
Okay.
So yeah. The next match was a match that on the main card I did not care about.
Well, it got changed mid-card.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be for the tag team titles.
Yeah.
But they are just like, oh, battle for supremacy.
Yeah. It was the League of Foreign Failures. I saw somewhere they're actually planning on breaking up the League of Nations.
Well, gee, I wonder why.
Yeah. Figure that out. But anyway, it was the League of Foreign Injuries, or should I say the League of Nations, taking on the New Day and their 20-foot box of bootios.
Coming out with some Dragon Ball Z armor.
Listen, I was expecting something better from my boys, but we got
your boys now.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm late to the party, but I'm officially a New Day fan.
So you eat the bootios.
If they were real cereal, I'd actually buy 2 boxes at Walmart. Because they'd probably be high as hell at Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
But anyway, this was an okay match. It wasn't spectacular. It was a 6-man tag team match. It was Rusev, Sheamus, Alberto Del Rio.
Barrett at ringside.
Yeah, who they kicked out the next night. But anyway, in the end, the League of Nations won 10 minutes, 3 seconds. This gets a 3.5.
And the match had an obligatory, legends show up and,
Now, because of Austin, Foley, and
Foley
and Shawn Michaels showing up, because of that afterwards, I actually decided to bump this up to a 4.
Really?
Yeah, because of that ending right there.
Okay.
So, the League of Nations got on the mic.
The ending was pretty cool. It just seemed like a plug for Austin's new beer.
Well, I mean,
he's been doing that on his podcast.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. It's more like just to give him something to do, because going into WrestleMania, nobody knew what he was going to do.
Well, I mean, besides that, they are in the state of Texas.
Yeah, so.
I mean.
it's obligatory that he's.
Yeah, it's obligatory that he and Shawn Michaels showed up. Why Mick Foley came out there, I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm just kind of,
Yeah, so because of the ending, I decided to give this match.
No, it's from Long Island.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, yeah, Foley.
Yeah, Mick.
But it,
Foley?
Yeah. But because of that ending right there, Austin also stunned the hell out of Xavier Woods. He was trying to teach him how to dance, and Stone Cold don't dance. What the fuck?
He's just kind of, he's like that awkward smile, like, what the hell is he doing? He's stunner and...
Yeah, he's too busy drinking beer and whooping ass.
How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing? But anyway, this match gets a 4. Alright, the next match was a no-holds-barred street fight. Now,
or as I like to call it, not to cut you off, or as I like to call it, WrestleMania's street squabble.
We were very disappointed.
We were.
Well, I shouldn't say we were very disappointed. It just wasn't what we expected.
Now, let's not dance around the bush. We were very disappointed. We had high hopes for this match, and they kind of...
At first, you know, the early minutes of the match, we were like, okay, this is going to be a good match. And like, tables, chairs, you know, Ambrose pulled out the barbed wire baseball bat. And my thing is this. They had all these legends give him these weapons. Terry Funk gives him a chainsaw. Mick Foley gives him the bat. If you're not going to let him use it, you know, they got all this PG shit, which is understandable, but we're tired of it now. Why are you going to do this? Why? In the end, you know, Brock Lesnar F5s him on some chairs. It was nothing but Suplex City, throw him around, Suplex City. Brock Lesnar hits him with the F5, 1, 2, 3, Brock Lesnar wins.
The count was Baker's dozen of suplexes and 2 F5s.
Yeah. 13 minutes, 6 seconds. I was going to give this match a 3, but I'm going to bump it up to a 3.5.
Now, I called this a street squabble. You want to see a street war? Ultima Lucha, Part 2, Vampiro versus Pentagon.
Yes.
That was a war.
That was, indeed. Now, this match, this was a pretty good match. I actually liked this match.
A pretty good match, but the ending was terrible.
It was for the WWE Women's title. Now, when we watched this, they said nothing about the Divas Championship because, again, the era of Divas is now retired, is dead, is gone, thank God.
It's buried.
So, Lita was out there with the new belt. Becky came out with her entrance. Charlotte paid tribute to her father with the robe he wore at WrestleMania 24 in Orlando, which they're going to be at next year, WrestleMania 33.
I got to say, that was a classy robe.
I actually like Charlotte's entrance. That was nice.
Yeah, that was.
And then Sasha, she came out there with her cousin Snoop, who was inducted the night before in the Hall of Fame. He sung her entrance with that other girl. I think she does her song, but she was horrible. She was horrible. Because she just sounded like somebody was like strangling her.
I mean, Snoop was out there killing it, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's Snoop.
Yeah.
You know, what more can you say? It's Snoop.
You know, how you doing?
Yeah, it's Uncle Snoop. But anyway, this match was pretty good. Sasha, Charlotte, Becky, they did their thing.
Really back and forth all around.
Just back and forth, and the crowd was into it. You know, I was watching that NXT DVD. I think it was the last disc, and it had Sasha crying, talking about how back then everybody used to go to the bathroom when they came out.
Yeah.
She said everybody called us the bathroom break. Said now people actually respect us. They actually want to sit down and be like, oh shit, the women are on TV. Let's watch this match.
Until they booked the matches terribly.
Well, it's not that. It's like, you know, when they were in NXT.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
well, I mean,
the women got something here. Let's actually see what they got.
NXT is a different story because they started out, you know, sputtering.
Yeah.
But their women's division have picked up steam and fast.
I'll say in a way the main roster's trying.
The main roster's trying, but they're just not getting there. They can't find that thing that clicks.
Yeah. I mean, it clicked when they brought the women's title back, new belt. They got rid of the Divas division.
We thought it was going to click when they brought in the NXT women.
Yeah. That's when the Divas era was still around. People were complaining about Nikki being champion in. You know, the whole thing. You get what we're saying. But anyway, in the end, Charlotte tapped out Becky Lynch. Her father, Ric Flair, had to be by her side, distracting Sasha. Now, one thing I will say, Sasha paid tribute to her favorite wrestler of all time, Eddie Guerrero, with her suit. Oh. She paid tribute to him, and we never noticed that.
No, because they didn't bother saying it. You think JBL would say it?
As much as he says Brock Lesnar's accomplishments 10,000 times, you would think he would notice this.
Or find a wrestler to suck the dick out of, like he did Kevin Owens a couple of weeks ago.
He does that every week.
Yeah, but Kevin Owens is much more apparent.
And Brock Lesnar, he just gags.
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to this match, 16 minutes, 3 seconds, Charlotte walks out with the new WWE Women's Championship. And in the end, they had the sparklers and the pyro going off. The crowd was cheering, showing their respect to all three women. They really gave out their all in this match.
They did.
And so, you know, again, like Sasha said, you know, when she was in NXT, you know, they called us the bathroom break, but now they actually want to watch us. And, you know, it's really amazing to see how these women have came.
Definitely.
Alright, the next match. Whew! This match, if you watch WrestleMania, you know what we're talking about. It's the Hell in a Cell match. Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker. Now,
this match was really good.
it was really good. Now, the stipulations were, if Shane won, he would get control of Monday Night Raw, which he's been doing for the last 2 weeks.
And it's been going good. How you doing?
Yeah. And if The Undertaker lost, no more WrestleMania. It would be his last WrestleMania ever.
If Shane lost, he'd be cut out of McMahon.
Yeah, as Vince said, he would be a son of a bitch.
He'd be son of a bitch.
Yeah. But anyway, this match was kind of sluggish, a little slow at the beginning, but it sort of picked up at the end.
And one thing I want to point out before we get rolled into this, the NXT team actually did their job for once. They were calling, moves and, tactics, all that down the middle.
Yeah, they were actually focused on the match, not talking about some bullshit that has nothing to do with the event.
And then, they just got lost to me in the action.
Yeah, and at one point, Shane tried to open the cage by snapping the screws or whatever. Undertaker speared him out of the cage, and they just brawled outside the cage, and Shane climbed up.
And he took that one-step shortcut to the ground.
He went vintage Shane McMahon. He dove off the cage.
It felt obligatory to me.
Why do you say that?
Somebody jumping off the cage, come on, it's got to be.
Oh, yeah.
Shane McMahon jumping off a tall structure, it just seems obligatory.
They had to do it, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Shane was a crash test dummy.
He was a crash test dummy back then, and then on top of that, what you brought up, it was obligatory. He was on the edge of the cage.
Yeah.
So imagine, God forbid, it didn't happen, but one little slip, he would have pretty much fucked the whole spot up.
Not just fucked the whole spot up, fucked himself up.
Yeah. He took his dive, his infamous dive. Unfortunately, he crashed and burned.
I wouldn't even call that a dive. It's just kind of fuck it.
Yeah. He
fell.
He crashed and burned. The Undertaker moved. In the end, the Undertaker hit him with the tombstone. He patted him on the face like, good job, kid, but you're going down. I'm finna win. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, Undertaker wins. Next night, Shane still got to run Raw. Vince was pretty much outsmarted.
The only thing that we saw of Shane as far as injuries is he had a big-ass scar on his cheek.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, Shane McMahon running Raw 2 weeks in a row, he has killed it.
And like we were talking about earlier today, in 2020 hindsight, in a way, the storyline really never made sense. Because you're going to let him run Raw 2 weeks in a row. We haven't seen the Authority, thank God. The Undertaker wins. I mean, what's the point?
I mean, it made sense up until WrestleMania, and after WrestleMania, it just kind of...
Yeah.
Where are they going with this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting to see what they're going to do next, but...
Yeah.
It feels stupid.
Well, this week's Monday Night Raw rating wasn't too good. It kind of took a dive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like a 2.5 this week.
Ouch.
Compared to last week, which was nearly a 3. But, again, seeing Shane out there instead of the Authority, good job.
Yeah.
This match lasted 30 minutes, 5 seconds. It gets a 5 out of 5. So, but anyway, let's move forward. The 20-man Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Now, they took my advice for once. They got it off the pre-show. It was on the main card.
Yeah.
And it was actually a little bit better.
Yeah, the winner they had made it a little better. One thing we do want to point out, Shaq was out there.
They're planning to have Shaq versus Big Show for the next WrestleMania.
He wants it, but,
WWE, listen to me. Do not do that. That is the worst fucking mistake ever. That will already...
It's worse than when Big Show had that sumo match at WrestleMania 21.
Yeah. It will sabotage Big Show's career even more than it is.
Well, at least he's still trying to...
He's trying, yes. But it would sabotage his career. Stop. Don't do it.
No. This was the same Shaquille O'Neal who was at Kobe's last game Wednesday, who won, it was Shaq, okay? And then, you had Sandow out there. You pretty much had a bunch of people who they don't use or pretty much don't care about. Some new talents, Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin, yes.
And in the end, he eliminated Kane.
Now, originally, in the preview, I called Sandow because I didn't know who was doing there. But
I called Tyler Breeze.
As soon as I saw Corbin, I was just like, that's my guy.
Yeah, and the crowd went crazy. We did not expect it. Now, at first...
Actually, the part we didn't expect was some of the other names they threw in there.
Oh, Tatanka?
Tatanka, DDP.
DDP.
Didn't expect them. I mean, it's nice to see them, but obligatory.
Yeah.
Corbin.
Yes.
Won it.
And that WrestleMania marked his first night on the main roster.
And for once, somebody who won the trophy, it actually made a dent for them.
It made sense because the last two winners,
well, I meant like...
that went nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Cesaro got plagued with careers. He could have gone...
Plagued with injuries.
Plagued with injuries on his career.
He got plagued with careers.
Yes.
He got plagued with a career of injuries.
And he got plagued by creative because they didn't give a shit about him.
Now, if he didn't get injured, he could have gone further. He could have gone the distance.
I doubt it.
Big Show didn't even go the distance.
Why did you get
He could have had
last
cake.
year?
He could have had cake.
He could have gone the distance.
He's going, but that's done.
But he can't go to speed because he's too tall and too slow.
But he's having fun.
Yeah. But anyway, this rating for this match bumped up after Baron Corbin won. Originally, I was going to give this a 2, maybe a 1.5. I'm going to give this a 3 because you got someone fresh, you got someone new, you got someone experienced in NXT, bringing them up to the main roster. And like I said,
well deserved.
Well deserved. And like I keep saying time and time again, if WWE, if they book him right and put him out strongly like they're supposed to, Baron Corbin's going to be he's going to be instant gold on the main roster just like that.
He's already getting, he's already getting the reactions he needs to.
Yeah, and I'm kind of sort of liking this rivalry with him and Ziggler. I haven't paid attention to it, but...
Yeah, but come on. Ziggler is the rivalry for every heel that comes in.
True.
Couldn't they do anybody better?
No, because they're lacking heels.
They could do the obligatory Cena match.
No, because what's everybody going to say when he faces Cena, if that were to happen the first night? Oh,
Cena's going to bury him.
Oh, John Cena buried him. That's what they say about everybody when Cena faces him. They said that.
No. That's not going to be the first person he faces. Baron Corbin's going to get so bad, he's going to piss off so many people, he's going to have to fight John Cena eventually.
No, I'm saying like...
No, I tell you what rivalry I wouldn't mind seeing. Corbin versus Orton.
I didn't even think of that.
That would be a good rivalry.
That would be cool. I would love that. But like I said, Cena versus Corbin, good thing they didn't do this off the bat, because like I said, we're all going to say, well, I shouldn't say all, everybody who watches this, besides us, are going to say, oh, John Cena buried Corbin.
It's true.
They always throw that word with Cena, but...
Even though it's not Cena's fault, it's writing.
And Vince McMahon, because he has the last word.
Because Cena would gladly, make himself lose, throw his career, just bump some of these talents up.
Yeah, like he did with Kevin Owens. He lost the match.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, this match lasted 9 minutes, 41 seconds.
But that didn't go anywhere. It went a little bit, but then it kind of died off for KO.
Well, no, all 3 matches were really good.
Yeah.
But then they just, changed target afterwards.
Yeah. So, we'll see how it goes with Corbin, since he's on the main roster now.
This match gets a 3, and this is the point where our buzzkill happened.
Yeah, I think you were going downstairs to fix something for lunch, for work.
No,
either you went outside or downstairs.
I think I went downstairs to take care of something.
Yeah. I was thinking you were fixing something for work or whatever.
Yeah, I was doing something. Anyway.
But anyway, myself, Pockets, and Mainstream were up here, and guess who comes out? The Rock!
I was up here when he came out, and that...
Yeah, and then you went downstairs.
Yeah, it made me mad.
And then, he came out there and wasted a good 20 to 30 minutes of our time.
Just to say the attendance record.
Which I highly doubt. It was 101,763. Now,
that's not what you were reacting to the other night. I mean, you were just like, wow, they hit that much? I can't believe they hit that much.
Yeah, I was, but then when I thought about it the next day, I was like, oh, they probably said that for entertainment value.
Me, I was just sitting there, I was like, no, there's no way.
Now, like WWE and other events, like concerts or sporting events, throw out
That
a
may have
number.
been how many tickets were sold, but there definitely weren't that many people there.
Yeah.
Well, from what I read, it was 85,000 tickets.
Yeah.
People who bought tickets.
Yeah.
Because I read somewhere there were a few empty seats. But like I said, like most sporting events, concerts, they'll just throw out a number even though it may not be accurate for entertainment value. But again,
They throw out a number that's like the maximum attendance you can hold, seating-wise.
Yeah.
Well, like, you know, for example, you could go to a concert, it could be like 60,000. They'll throw out 70,000 just for entertainment value.
Yeah.
So again, you know, I highly doubt that number. But
You said there's only 85,000 tickets sold?
from what I read, it was 85,000 tickets sold.
But there was 101,790
That's what
people
they
in
said.
attendance.
That's what The Rock said.
Yeah.
Now, with the ticket-wise, it was sold out.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm pretty sure it was a few empty seats in the building.
Yeah.
Because the building holds at least 100,000 people.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, that's highly doubtful for me. But anyway, that's entertainment value for you.
Rock came out there, announced how many people are in the audience. I was still pissed off. I went downstairs when I heard something about The Rock, getting into it.
Yeah. The Wyatt family came out there.
Minus Harper.
Yeah, and Bray said, "Oh, you don't know who you're messing with." The Rock hyped him up. The crowd cheered. I mean, have we not heard that before? The Bray Wyatt is pretty much Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
And then he faced Eric Rowan in 6 seconds, which we're not going to review because it was a waste of time.
6-7 seconds. I see on here that.
Yeah, 6 seconds.
Well, it says on here that some sources have reported it as 7 seconds. So.
Yeah. And then John Cena came out.
That was the only good part. I was hoping for a John Cena heel turn against The Rock.
Yeah, but
that's just me.
But they're so buddy now. They've cleared things up before since then. And
but it's good to see my boy back.
Yeah, even though he's not really cleared yet, but it was good to see him.
Oh, they're gonna clear him soon.
Yeah,
because you can't keep a good Cena down.
Yeah, he's like Superman. He's out. He'll be out for 8 months. He'll come back within
he'll just
30
sneak
days.
out of the rehab center. I mean, you can't see him.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say he's Superman.
When have you ever been able to see him?
That's what I'm saying. He's a ghost. He'll just sneak out of the rehab.
But anyway, they took out the Wyatt family. Rock and Cena celebrated, and it was pretty much a waste of time.
I wouldn't say Cena's a Superman, though. We already got a Superman. He's got a tearaway suit and everything.
Yeah.
Cena's more like the flag carrier. Wow, that's so surprising it made you jump.
Well, it was that Rogue?
Hey, fat ass.
Oh, Bandit.
Yeah, we talked about this fat ass cat over here.
But anyway, let's get on to the main event.
How you doing? You're fat.
It was for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns, the guy who everybody just can't stand right now.
Versus Triple H, who the building just exploded for.
Yeah. And I like that entrance Triple H and Stephanie did.
You only like the entrance Triple H had because you think Stephanie's sexy.
I mean, I can't lie, she is.
You were even like, oh man, she's looking like a good dominatrix.
I don't know about all that, but I know she's beautiful.
Oh, you said she looks like a dominatrix the way she was.
No, I said she looked like a dominatrix.
Yeah.
He said she looks like a beautiful dominatrix. So.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but anyway. Listen.
No, like.
And I was like, she needs to put that chest away.
But one thing I can say, Triple H is he's a very lucky man. To be married to her 10+ years, he's a very lucky man.
And he's doing the job he loves.
Yeah, but one thing we do want to talk about is that entrance where we thought he almost slipped and was about to fall.
He kicked his left leg back, just to dramatically, spit water.
Yeah.
If he had tripped and fell, I was going to shut the Xbox off and be like, all right, we ain't watching.
Yeah, I said social media would have blew up just like that, but
I would have shut the Xbox off and be like, all right, let's go.
Now, as usual, for the last, 2 or 3 entrances, he's used some NXT talent.
Yeah.
This entrance, he used Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, Blake and Murphy, Enzo and Kaz, some other ones. So, again, I like the entrance, but if he were to slip and fall,
that'd be it.
We would have went home, fuck the main event. And then Roman Reigns came out there, cocking the fist. He had his little entrance. Wasn't as good as Triple H's, though.
But, he was out there cocking his fist, all right.
Yeah. Pretty much cocking his fist to a bunch of boos in the building.
Yep.
But anyway, this match was a little sluggish, a little slow, a little boring. One part of the match where Stephanie got involved, she got speared. by Roman Reigns. I saw a meme on Facebook the next day.
No, he didn't spear her. Triple H ran into her. Like, Triple H was coming after
I thought he speared her.
No. He was coming after Reigns while the referee was distracted with Stephanie, and, like, Roman sidestepped, and Triple H just kind of crashed into her.
Well, anyway, I saw a meme the next day with Roman, when he was laying down on the mat and Stephanie.
Yeah.
And it said, when you come simultaneously.
Ew.
I was like, wow. That's just awful. But anyway, as I said, this match was kind of dull, kind of boring, kind of slow. In the end, Roman Reigns won. He's the new WWE Champion. 3rd time in less than a year. So his next match at Payback will be against the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, which will be a very good match. We already know who we're pulling for.
Wait a minute. You said this is the 3rd time he's won in less than a year?
Yes.
He's become the next John Cena.
I doubt it.
No, because I mean, look at it. He's had more title reigns and more title opportunities in less than a year than most other guys got.
Well, at least he didn't get bro kicked in the face.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's kind of crazy how they just put the belt on him 3 times in a year, in less than a year.
He's got the John Cena push, though.
In a very negative way.
That's exactly what they should call it. Roman's getting the Cena push.
Yep.
Well, anyway, this match lasted 27 minutes. Again, slow, dull, boring, sluggish. Match that nobody really cared for. And this match gets a 3.5. So that's pretty much all I have to say about the main event.
And each year, WrestleMania keeps getting more pretentious. This year, you know what the total time was for this show? 5 hours.
Plus a 2-hour pre-show and a 1-hour post-show.
Oh,
That's 8 hours.
I'm not talking about pre and post. I'm talking about the
whole
6 p.m. to 11 p.m. 5 hours. Last year's 4. Now it's 5.
I'm pretty sure some of those people had to go to work the next morning.
I know I do. I know
I did.
You didn't have to go to work in the morning.
But I still had to go to work. I know I had to go to work late after y'all.
What time did you have to go to work?
2 o'clock.
Well, fuck you.
Hell, y'all got off before I did.
That's true.
But anyway, we all had to go to work still, regardless of what time.
Yeah, we had to go.
But anyway, conclusion of this review, superstars and matches of the night. Superstars of the night go to Zack Ryder, AJ Styles,
Baron Corbin,
Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky, The Undertaker, Shane McMahon, and that's it.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
So you just included every fucking body except for people in 2 matches?
No,
not exactly.
No, not everybody. I'm surprised you didn't say Zayn.
I could, but, you know, he could have done more.
Matches of the night, though.
Matches of the night. The Intercontinental ladder match. I would say the no holds barred street fight, but that was a flop. The Triple Threat Women's Championship match.
Hell in the Cell.
Hell in the Cell, and I'll actually throw in the main event.
Really?
Yeah. So that's my matches of the night.
I thought you would have said Jericho Styles Part 4.
Yeah, but you know. Overall, this gets a 3 out of 5. This was passable. It wasn't good. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was passable.
And here's the thing. At least it left a better taste in our mouth than Fastlane did.
That we do agree with, because Fastlane, we talked about this off air earlier. Malcolm over here, who's asleep, he looked like he was just upset. Like we made him upset. We were all upset.
He was so pissed. He went silent the rest of that night.
When we were leaving here at the shop, the ride back home, dead silence. We were that pissed.
Malcolm was pissed. I got pissed because he was pissed. Rodimus was pissed because the show was terrible.
I was just pissed that y'all were pissed and that the show was terrible and that they booked the shit poorly.
Josh didn't give 2 fucks because he got free pizza.
Yeah. So, like we said, it was passable, better than Fastlane. The Roadblock show, it was good.
Roadblock show was actually really good.
Yeah.
It's the pay-per-view we needed.
Yeah. So again, 3 out of 5. Passable.
Now, before we go to NXT, I want to pick your brain on something, Rodimus.
Okay.
WrestleMania. Who had the best WrestleMania debut?
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin? Wow.
Between him, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn.
Well, there was more than just 3 of them.
Yeah,
There was also the 3 lovely ladies in the match.
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin?
Yes.
All right. Who gets the silver medal?
Silver medal. I'll have to say AJ Styles.
AJ Styles. And who gets the bronze?
The WrestleMania son.
I would say Zack gets the gold, but I'm going to give him the bronze because he lost the title next night.
Well, I meant WrestleMania debuts.
Oh, debut.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn? Okay.
And Baron gets the gold.
All right. Okay. What do you think about this influx of new talent coming into the main roster? I mean, Sunday night, let's start there. Sunday night we saw Baron Corbin come in.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn, who's, I guess he's part of the main roster now?
Yeah.
Then Monday night we saw Apollo Cruz, who is fucking awesome.
Enzo Amore and Colin Castley finally on the fucking main roster.
Vaudevillains debuted on SmackDown that week.
Baron Corbin is second night in a row on the main roster.
And then this past Monday night we saw
Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows. The crowd was going crazy in the Staples Center chanting Bullet Club. They took out the Usos, so I won't be surprised if they get in that tag team tournament and take their spot.
Well, I don't know. I think it's too late.
Well, they'll probably do something.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if they do like an injury angle or something.
Probably.
So,
but I thought it was great that they're bringing in all these talents.
You know, I'm glad that WWE...
NXT might have been overflowing with new hires and
Well, no, like my thing was, I mean, they properly utilize their talents.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm saying, but if you keep bringing people in, you're going to have to move people up to WWE. I think that's what they're doing.
Well, WWE signed some new people. They put them in developmental. Some new.
See, that's what I'm saying. And NXT already has a big roster anyway. So if you keep bringing people in, you got to move people up.
Not really, because most of the people that compete on NXT, you know, they have open contracts, like Blue Pants.
Yeah.
I mean, she competes on NXT regularly, but she also got her indie dates.
Yeah. And then, you know, they're bringing people in that go to the Performance Center, people we might have never heard before, or just, you know, people who just want to be a wrestler. They've signed like 10 new people for developmental. So,
but these recent move-ups to the main roster, you know, some of these, okay, not some of these, all but one make perfect sense. Apollo Crews is the one that really doesn't make any sense.
My problem with Apollo, and Solomon said this constantly on his show, all that smiling he does, that's going to really be his downfall. Because if he goes out there week after week, you know, he's coming out smiling, he's winning matches, he's smiling, it's really going to hurt him in the long run.
Well, could you imagine a heel turn?
I would love it.
I wouldn't mind saying
I would root for Apollo Crews, babyface or heel. He's got that look, he's got the energy, he's got the charisma, he's got the size.
He's got the athleticism.
But my problem is, again, all that smiling he does, it's really going to hurt him. And I agree with Jason on that.
Now, see, my thing is, you know, Baron Corbin, Enzo and Cass, the villains, you know, they make perfect sense to call up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they've been there, they're, you know, decorated, well, not decorated, they're known names in NXT.
Yeah, and plus, the tag team division itself
needs a huge...
It needs a makeover.
Yeah.
So, it's been kind of flux in a negative way, but I mean, I'm definitely happy they got them.
But Cruz, he hasn't been there as long as everybody else. Why suddenly decide to bring him up now?
Well, I mean, he's made an impression.
Yeah.
On, I guess, on Vince and, you know, Triple H, being that NXT is his baby, he sees potential in these guys, so why not?
Well, I mean, still a mystery, but I'm glad to see him on the main roster.
Hopefully, you know, with Vaudevillains, I watched their debut last week. I can see that they're heels. They're going to be heels.
Well, I mean, Corbin, well-deserved. About time. Enzo and Cass, same story. Vaudevillains, I've been calling for them to be moved up for weeks.
I would have... Yeah, it's time for them to move up, but I'm glad Enzo and Cass got the call up before they did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got the call at the same time.
Well,
Vaudevillains debuted later.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll see how it all unfolds later on as the weeks go by.
And now, back to NXT.
Back to the amazing, the beautiful, the sexy, like he said, it's NXT Takeover Dallas. This is like I said, the beautiful, the sexy, the curvy, all that shit.
Like I said, it was Takeover weekend, not WrestleMania weekend. It was Takeover weekend.
This is like the girl in school that everyone is dying for.
Okay. Put it this way, WrestleMania is like the big NBA championship.
Yeah.
Takeover was like the finale to March Madness.
Yes.
More people will watch March Madness than they will the finals to the NBA.
It was like when Jenkins of Villanova hit that three-pointer in the game and beat North Carolina.
Yep.
That was, man. But anyway, let's get right into it. NXT Takeover Dallas was held at the Key Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center, in Dallas, Texas. And we were just excited for this show. You had big matches like Asuka versus Bayley, Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe, etc. Austin Aries made his debut.
Yeah.
So this was
Shinsuke Nakamura.
I almost forgot about him. We are going to talk about that match in just a minute. There was one match during Access. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Manny Andrade take on
Chris Gerard.
Yeah. So we're not going to review that.
That one and Apollo Cruz's match. Those were.
Yeah. Now Apollo Cruz and Elias Sampson. We're going to talk about that first. That was on NXT.
Yep.
I guess because of time, that wasn't on the special, but it was.
We'll explain the timing.
Yeah, but
it's worth.
I went back and watched NXT. Now, last week's was just a review of Dallas.
Plus Apollo Cruz versus Sampson.
Yeah, and this match to me was boring. It was slow, and it was boring. And I was just sitting back like, okay, get this match over with because I don't want to see this.
Well, I mean, to defend it, they did the best they could, or at least Apollo did the best he could.
Yeah.
If he was in the ring with a better opponent, then it'd be a lot more enjoyable.
Because this Elias Sampson Drifter gimmick is just, I can't deal with it anymore.
Again, I like his entrance. I like his theme. Don't like him.
He's okay, but
he could be
his
a lot
gimmick
better.
is just, I could do away with it. I really could.
You could drift away with it.
Yeah.
He could do a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got on.
Yeah. But anyway, in the end, Apollo Cruz won. 12 minutes, 5 seconds. I'm going to give this match a 2.5.
2.5, yeah.
Yeah, because again, this match was slow and it was boring, and I was just ready for it to get it over with.
Now, the opening match to Takeover was, oh my God.
Woo! Let's talk about it. It's for the NXT Tag Team Championships, the Revival. Dashing Dawson, as Kaz would say, taking on American Alpha. Now, if you watch NXT, it was like 2 weeks prior to this, you saw that video package. I said, if American Alpha did not walk out of Dallas with these championships, it would be a crime. I would be shocked.
He did say that.
And this match did not disappoint. The Revival, they tried all the tactics in the world. It still didn't work. In the end, Jason Jordan, Chad Gable got the job done, and the crowd was electric. They got hyped, they got stupid. I was excited for them. They are the new NXT Tag Team Champions, and I can't wait for the run that they have with these belts. And next week, they're taking on Kaz and Enzo.
I can't wait for that.
I'm so ready for that match. I'm going to be tuned in. Whether it's the day after, whatever, I'm going to watch that match.
We're going to be tuned in. We're going to be hyped. How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing? But 15 minutes, 11 seconds, I'm giving this a good 3.5 right off the bat.
Now, when we were telling this match to Pockets over there,
yeah,
like we kind of oversold, well, I wouldn't say we oversold American Alpha.
Yeah.
We kind of just sold them enough.
Yeah.
And then Josh bought into the hype. That is Chad Gable.
Yeah, he is very good. For his size, for him to be a small guy, he's very good. Jason Jordan, he's got the look. He's pretty good as well. I saw, it's this meme been posted lately with Booker T's wife and Kurt Angle. Said if they had sex, they create a baby, and it'd be Jason Jordan. I laugh every time I see that meme. But anyway, they're the new champs, 3.5. The next match saw the debut of the greatest man to ever live, Austin Aries, taking on the lone wolf, Baron Corbin. Now, I like that vest Baron Corbin had. That was badass.
That was great.
That was pretty good.
It's like a standard vest, but he had like a wolf skull on each shoulder, and he had a spine.
Yeah,
down
and I like the lettering in the back. That was pretty cool. But anyway, this match was pretty good. Back and forth. kind of like the big guy versus the little guy, and I ain't talking about Ryback. But anyway, this match ended up with Austin Aries winning in his debut by a slight one.
He got the roll up. I was kind of disappointed that I didn't get the brain buster, but I can understand.
Yeah, but
good match either way.
Yeah, 10 minutes, 43 seconds. I'm gonna give this match a 3.
Now, for the longest but greatest match on the card, the debut of Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn.
Can I say match of the year candidate in the wrestling industry of 2016?
I wouldn't go that far. I'd say so far match of the year, match of the decade contender for NXT.
Man, we're like he said, we're talking about Shinsuke Nakamura, the King of Strong Style, taking on the heart and soul of NXT, former NXT champion Sami Zayn,
also known as Canadian Daniel Bryan.
Yes. Now, if you haven't seen Shinsuke, my first seeing of him was last year at Wrestle Kingdom 9. I think he took on Kenny Omega. I may be wrong, but that was my first seeing of Shinsuke. Good Lord, this guy can wrestle. This guy's been in the business for a while. He can go.
His character is definitely off kilter by a lot.
Yeah.
But he can wrestle.
That theme song he's got is awesome. I haven't listened to it fully yet, but
from what we've heard, it's dope.
It's #1 on iTunes. As far as like entrances, #1 on iTunes.
So how you doing?
How you doing? But anyway, like we said, he's the King of Strong Style. His influence, from what I've heard, is his style is influenced by Freddie Mercury of Queen and Michael Jackson.
Well, that explains the jacket, Michael Jackson's jacket.
So anyway, it's pretty much consensus. This match was match of the year candidate. Not only in WWE, not only in NXT, in the industry, period. These two went at it.
For a debut, this was a war.
It reminded me of Shawn Michaels and Undertaker at WrestleMania 25.
Oh, yes.
These two went back and forth, just fists, forearms, knees. Good Lord.
They threw everything.
I'm at a loss for words for this match. We're at a loss for words for this match. This match was incredible.
I mean, even Nakamura countered Zayn's little dive through the turnbuckles. Just kicked him right on the button.
Yeah, and then Shinsuke won with his finisher. I don't know what they call it. I think WWE changed the name to it.
And it's a running knee to the neck.
Yeah, it's the same move he's used in Japan. And Shinsuke won in his debut 5 out of 5. Better yet, I'm giving this a 20 out of 5.
Yeah, he broke the
I'm breaking the scale with this one.
He broke it that night.
This match lasted 20 minutes and 7 seconds. Felt like this match went 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
I want to say this is the greatest debut in any wrestling event.
Yeah. We've seen plenty of debuts, but this one topped it right here.
This one took the cake more than Jericho versus Styles.
And he definitely lived up to the hype. In the end, both guys showed the sign of respect. Sami Zayn, his last match in NXT, the crowd cheered for him as he went out, did the chant as they usually do when he comes out. Again, great match. I'm breaking the scale, 20 out of 5.
And this is my first time seeing Nakamura wrestle. I'm sold. I'm already sold on what he's buying. Listen,
I've been sold on Shinsuke Nakamura. I know I hadn't seen much of him when he was in Japan, but if you've never seen a Shinsuke Nakamura match, watch his New Japan stuff. Go back on the network, watch Takeover Dallas.
In fact, go back and watch Nakamura versus Styles at Wrestle Kingdom 10.
Good Lord. He's worth the watch, trust me.
Definitely.
So is Sami Zayn.
And so is these next two.
The next match was for the NXT Women's Championship. It was Asuka taking on the beautiful Bayley. Now, both these women are beautiful.
They are.
But these two just went at it. It wasn't as good as the next match, but not taking anything away from them.
These ladies gave it all.
They did. Now, Bayley, she knows about Asuka. She's seen Asuka, how deadly she is with those kicks. And Bayley, she's no slouch either. She can go too. She has that vicious side, even though she's pretty.
She can hug you to death.
She can hug you to death, but she can also whoop your ass.
You'd enjoy that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because I'm like awesome at hugs, and I love hugs.
Yeah.
As long as they're consensual.
Yeah. But anyway, at the end of the match, Asuka had her in the Asuka lock. And
Bayley fought hard to break out.
She fought hard, but it wasn't enough, and she passed out. And my jaw hit the floor like...
I was happy. That match was fantastic.
Was this supposed to happen? And the crowd just was stunned. Like, you know, Asuka's the new champion.
And then, you know, when they finally caught themselves, they just erupted.
Yeah, they erupted. You know, I'm not mad by no means whether she retained or whether she lost. Being Bayley, I ain't mad because I love both of them.
You don't get mad.
Yeah, I sure don't.
He didn't get mad at this match.
I didn't get mad at this match, but yeah.
But I mean, how you doing?
Yeah, in the end, Asuka gave her that look like, yeah, I'm the new champion. And Bayley just looked at her like...
Bayley was so heartbroken. It was sad.
But it's kind of hard to see Bayley get mad. I mean, she's got that personality, you know?
But, you know, she's back to hitting the grindstone.
Yeah, she's getting back up there to getting that belt again. But
you know what I smell? It's not Malcolm farting. It's a rematch, and I can't wait for this rematch.
I would love to see this.
Would you mind if it turned into a full-blown rivalry?
Hell yeah!
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I mean, they're gonna have to bust out all the stops promo-wise for Asuka, but this is good. That would be a great rivalry.
Now, this is just the first taste of what we saw at Dallas, and in the end, 15 minutes 23 seconds. I'm giving this match a 3.5. Asuka walking out of NXT Takeover Dallas, the new NXT Women's Champion.
Now, for another war. But this one wasn't as, you know, compelling as Zayn versus Nakamura.
Yeah.
But this one was just as good.
It was for the NXT Championship, Finn Balor.
My boy, the Demon.
Taking on Samoa Joe, the Samoan submission machine.
Rather, I should say... Finn Balor, the Texas Chainsaw Demon.
Yeah,
that entrance was sick, though.
Taking on the Samoan blood gusher Samoa Joe because he bled a gusher.
Yeah, that was actually a screw up.
Yeah.
They kind of headbutted and Finn headbutted wrong.
Yeah, this was like the first opening seconds of the match, and I think during this match, Shane's kids were out there.
Yeah, they were.
And they chanted "fuck PG," and they showed the video where Stephanie and Linda looked at him like, are you serious? They literally, like, the crowd, because the trainers came out there, you know, wiping the blood off Joe and pretty much taking up the match. You know, we understand safety, but it just really took away from the match.
I mean, it does sound like my kind of kids.
Yeah, and the crowd chanted "fuck PG," and and Linda and Steph just looked disappointed, like, I can't believe my grandson and my nephews are sitting here chanting "fuck PG," but fuck PG.
Yeah.
Shit.
What do you think we watched Lucha Underground?
Again, we understand safety. They want all their talent to be safe. But, seriously, y'all took away from the match. They came out there at least 4 or 5 times, and Joe was pissed.
He was.
Yeah. So, anyway, this match was a war, like this guy said right here.
I mean, like Finn Balor said, Brooklyn was a fight. Not Brooklyn. London was a fight. But Dallas was a war.
And, like he said, Joe is like a train that just keeps on coming. He does not stop. So, anyway, in the end, Samoa Joe, he lost a close one. Again, Finn Balor survived. Again, he is still the NXT champion. Soon to be the longest reigning NXT champion. Might surpass, I think he's already surpassed Neville.
I believe so.
Yeah, but... like he said, both guys said it was a war, especially Finn. He just looked like he was out of gas at the end of the match.
And Joe was
hot.
He was.
And he's still going for that title. He said he's not stopping until he gets that NXT championship.
And next week we see Apollo Cruz's last match against Joe.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. I can't wait for that one also. But this match lasted 16 minutes, 22 seconds. It gets a 4 out of 5. So again, if you haven't, besides WrestleMania, if you haven't seen this, go back on the network and watch it. It's worth the watch.
It definitely is.
Especially Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
It was the longest match on the card, but it was worth it.
It was worth it. Trust us. You will not be disappointed.
And the best part is,
they were scheduled for 2 hours. They stayed under the schedule.
Yeah, they did. I think it was just 90 minutes, but you know, like we said, they stayed under the schedule. And again, go back and watch it.
Yeah,
it's certainly a sight to see. So know, WWE really had their week in Dallas, along with other promotions and other things going on. Speaking of Dallas, the Dallas Mavericks are in the playoffs. So, you know.
Sami, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, how you doing? But anyway, let's get on with the conclusion of the show. Superstars of the night go to American Alpha, American Alpha, Asuka, Bayley, Shinsuke, Zayn,
Austin Aries.
Pretty much the whole card. Okay.
Like we said, wasn't a bad card.
It wasn't a bad card. Matches of the night: Asuka versus Bayley, Shinsuke versus Zayn, Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe, and the Revival versus American Alpha.
Everything except for Aries versus Corbin.
Well, it was good, but, you know, hey.
Why don't we go ahead and say it? Whole card match.
Yeah, whole card.
With the exception of the first two matches at Access.
Yeah.
Whole card.
Yeah, the whole card. Overall, 4 out of 5. Better than WrestleMania. So again, if you haven't watched it, go back on the network and tune in. And
tune in for the next Takeover special,
which will be in June.
I can't wait.
So yeah. So that is our review of WrestleMania 32 and NXT Takeover Dallas. I'm the one and only Rodimus Prime.
I'm War Machine MJ, and we will see you guys for preview of Payback.